Hey, warriors. So I put a video out earlier today, and I don't think that I explained it too good because, first of all, I've not heard anybody else talk about it, I guess, directly, publicly. Now, people do know that something is happening and they are talking about that. Do you know what I'm saying? But not specifically what I am talking about. Okay? Because what I am talking about, it doesn't feel like something you can just put a label on or even compare it to something that we already know. You understand? And I don't think I was clear about that earlier. Whatever, I guess whatever is shifting now, it feels different in scale, I guess. Like in how people are experiencing it and how directly it's being felt. Also, it's like how the field is experiencing us now. Okay? Um so when we immediately, you know, define it or, box it into, I guess, something familiar, you know, I think we miss what's actually happening. I mean, I don't this feels like something we are still in the middle of understanding, you know? Not something that we already have mapped out. Yeah, something's happening. People can feel it. But you know what? The problem is that everyone is trying to name it. Oh, it's this is that. This is that state. This is what I've been talking about. No, dude, you ain't been talking about it 'cause it's never happened before. Ever. Not based on what I'm feeling and seeing. No. Mm-mm. I just don't think that it's accurate to call it something else because I think this is something new. You know, um, you know, like I said, something's obviously happening. Um, I don't, you know, the problem is, I guess, is that yeah, something's happening, but it hasn't finished unfolding yet. It's plain and simple, you know. And when something's still unfolding, you can't fully fucking define it. I mean, come on. Let's be real about this, you know? I mean, yeah, we can feel it, we can experience it, but the moment that we go trying to slap a fucking label on it, we reduce it, dude. You know? So I, I don't know. So you force it into something familiar. And this isn't something familiar, guys. That's not accurate either. It actually is familiar, but it's not familiar to humans. Okay? You know, um, like I said, we can't just go, like I said, forcing it into something familiar, I guess, just so our minds can understand it. You know, what if this, just for a second, what if this doesn't have a, like a clean reference point? That's what I'm feeling. I don't know. You know, I just This isn't this isn't something you just pull like from the past and say, yeah, it's this. No, dude, it's not. Because it's not never happened before. I'm sorry. If you want to call something else that, go ahead. But what I'm talking about, this has never happened. So, you know, and that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling, you know? So, and also, like I said, it, it, it's on a bigger scale. Like, yeah, you can go compare it to something else from the past, and I'm saying compare, but don't say it's that. But even then, even if it was that, this is on such a bigger freaking scale. No, this is something new, dude. We don't know nothing or much about where it's going to end up. Like I said, it's still unfolding, you know? Um More people are obviously experiencing something at the same time, right? I mean, we can all agree on that. It's more direct, it's happening more immediate, you know? Like there's, I said it in my earlier video. I don't know how else to say it. It's like there's less separation between what's happening inside of you and what's happening outside of you, right? There's less. The field, this is the best way I can explain it. The field isn't asking for permission anymore. It's just running right through our words, our thoughts, and it's weaving it on into everybody else. Does that make sense to anybody but me? This has never happened like this before. Ever. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I can see it clearly. I can feel it. I know it. I, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, though? If I don't know, and we have to stop, I guess, rushing to define everything, to just slap labels on shit, to package it into something that we already understand. By doing that, might actually be, I guess, the thing that limits us to how deeply we experience it, if that makes any sense. You understand? Uh, we don't know what this is because it hasn't finished. So we can't put a label on it. All we can do is experience it as it unfolds. That's it. If if you think, that I guess that you already know what this is, you're going to stop paying attention. You're going to stop observing. You're going to stop learning from it in real time. You see my point? This isn't something that we need to rush to the end of. You know what I mean? We need to be present, to feel it, to watch it, to understand it as it is unfolding. I'll shut up now. I love you guys.